Hey guys, what's going on? This is 1987 Mastermind. I'm uploading another video, as you can tell. um, I wanted to get into the healthcare debate. I know it's the healthcare reform bill, so-called reform, was just recently passed. And I just wanted to make it. I just wanted to emphasize a point. You have all these liberals saying, "Oh, we don't pay enough taxes." The conservatives, they know what they're talking about. Like Gene Garofalo says, we're a bunch of teabagging rednecks. Oh, taxes are not that high. You know what? Obama's going to cut taxes for 95% of Americans. Really? Now I'm going to show you why Americans are sick and tired of these politicians. Not just Democrats, but Republicans. They're sick and tired of these politicians. They're just sick and tired. Obama says, they say one thing and they do another. And what the worst thing about this is the bribes, the backroom deals, the Cornhusker kickback, whether it be that or some of the other stuff. It's just that, and it's the backroom deals, especially when Obama promises that it's going to be done with C-SPAN, with the C-SPAN cameras. We're going to go line by line, and guess what? It's done behind closed doors without people knowing. They make these 3,000-page bills that no one reads. And then they call us rednecks. They call us teabagging rednecks. They call us racist. They call us astroturf. I'm gonna, there's an unbelievable. I'm gonna read this to you. There's an unbelievable, and he's not left wing. He criticizes both sides. He's not left wing or right wing. He's one of the. His name is Ric Edelman. He's an unbelievable guy. Ric Edelman is a best-selling author. He's an acclaimed financial advisor. Ric Edelman is one of America's most top 100 financial advisors. In 2009, Ric was ranked the #1 independent financial advisor in the nation by Barron's. In 2004, Ric was inducted to the Financial Advisor Hall of Fame. Okay, so this guy is he's a reputable economist. He knows what he's talking about. He's not an economist. He's an independent financial advisor, #1 by Barron's in 2009. Financial Hall of Fame. He's a solid guy. He knows what he's talking about. Now, I'm going to read some stuff, the healthcare reform, what kind of taxes that are going to be in this bill. I'm going to read it to you. Now, Medicare payroll taxes will raise by 62% higher earnings households beginning in 2013. Over the next decade, federal funding for Medicaid will be cut by $500 billion, forcing states to make up for this, whether raising local taxes or curtailing benefits for retirees. In other words, what they're saying is that now that they're cutting all this money from Medicare, the $500 billion, everybody knows what the $500 billion is. Now they're going to cut this money. The states are going to have to make up the costs. And since there's so many states that are in debt, they're going to have to raise taxes on middle and class Americans. They're not going to just be people making $50,000. There are enough people making $200,000 a year to pay for what is going to be lost through these Medicare cuts. So there's a way that taxes are going to be raised. 62%. That is retarded. I know. Okay, and there's more. There's more. And a new 3.8% Medicare tax on gross investment income. Investment. Who do you think makes investment? Small business owners, entrepreneurs. The mom and pop shop down the street, where they're going to have that 3.8% tax imposed on them. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to pass it on to you and me. When you have rising costs, what do you think a small business is going to have to do? The mom and pop shop, the restaurant. What do you think they're going to have to do? They're going to have to raise food prices, because they can't pay for it. They can't survive. In order to survive, they're going to have to, not just that, they're going to cut jobs because they're not going to have enough money to hire their workers. Here's more taxes. Here's more. All right. Health insurance plans that cost more than $10,200 for individuals, $2,700 for family will pay a new 40% tax on any coverage that exceeds that limit. There's another tax. For anyone with insurance, without insurance, a new tax of 1% of household income. This tax will be raised to 2.5% a year, at least $695 per person by 2016. And now you want to know why people are just sick and tired of these politicians. Now you want to know why people are going to tea parties. They can't stand it anymore. And you know what? Did you hear the people saying, Did you hear them talking about these taxes or any of these kind of things? No. All they're talking about is how healthcare sucks and people are on the streets and you can't get coverage and it's just terrible. They don't want to talk about the real facts. These real facts. This is from the healthcare bill. This is not Mark Levin. This is not Sean Hannity or any of these guys. This is real from the healthcare bill. This is first person information. Okay? And this, all these taxes are on businesses, are on families. They're going to hurt families. Families are not going to spend money. Another big thing about the economy is consumer confidence. Now, if you think, if you're having rising healthcare costs, it's going to cost, have families with, $650 more. You think they're going to spend money? They're going to invest in the economy? They're going to take risks? Because you see, the more money, it's not just small businesses. It's families. The more money you have, the more risks you'll take. The more money you'll spend. For instance, I remember I didn't have a job a couple of years ago. I didn't spend any money. And now look at me. I had a solid job, and I'm not going to get into what happened. I'm having a little trouble with my job situation, but I remember I was making almost $1,400 a week. For me, a year. For a month. And that for me is great. And I started buying all these things. I have a PlayStation 3, I have an iPod, and all these things, and I never did that before. Why do I do it now? Because I have more money. Now, if you're going to tax a family, do you think they're going to spend money on the economy? They're going to go out and buy things. They're going to spend on things. They're going to take chances. They're going to invest in America. Of course not. Here's more. Flexible spending accounts will be capped at $2,500 per year. Flexible spending accounts will no longer be able to use to pay for over-the-counter drugs. Pharmaceutical manufacturers will collectively pay a new excise tax, which again will be pushed onto consumers. A new excise tax for some pharmaceuticals. Now, what do you think they're going to do with the cost of medicine? How do you think? Because they have to pay for the medicine. They get it from the manufacturer. What do you think they're going to have to do? They're going to have to raise costs on you and me. So medicine is going to go up. People are going to get less quality. And, the politicians are just, to me, they're just out of touch. They don't give a damn about us. It's both parties. Look, I'm a Republican. I'm a conservative. But both Democrats and Republicans have screwed up big time. And this is just ticking me off. And and it's not just the healthcare. It's the cap and trade. It's the bailouts. Everything. And the bailouts don't under Bush. I don't want to be partisan here. Obama admits that healthcare. Prices on oil and all these things that you have to pay for when it comes to gas, oil, when you have to turn your lights. All those prices are going to go up exponentially. Now, in a time of recession where people are suffering, and some economists are predicting a double-dip recession, we have GDP growths of 1.7% the last 2 months. That is terrible. We just had new jobless claims that came in $500,000 a year. Is now the time to raise taxes? Is now the time to raise taxes? Heck no. Now's the time to be cutting taxes to give more money to families so they could, spend it, to get out of their debts. And it's just such a sucky time to raise taxes. We should be cutting back instead of expanding. It's just unbelievable. And, let me just, it's just disgusting. And some people are saying, the economists are saying, within the Obama administration even, that unemployment, first of all, is going to stay above 9% until the November elections. And some people are saying that unemployment is going to stick around 9% until 2012. And according to people, some economists, this is the slowest recovery in history. The slowest recovery. You're always going to have recovery when you spend money. Come on. Even with Carter, unemployment dropped and went up and down and like that. It just goes to show you, the only thing that works is free enterprise. It's the people. We the people. We the people. And we the people are sick and tired of these politicians not listening to us. We tell them, stop spending our money. Stop spitting in our faces. Enough. We don't want this healthcare bill. We don't want this socialist agenda. Okay? Yeah, I know socialist sounds extreme, but look at what Obama says when it comes to the war in court. I'll play you that clip. I'll do another video. I'll show you that clip. When he talks about that the Constitution's about a bunch of negative rights and how it should be a bunch of positive rights when the government must do on your behalf. What does that sound like? What is socialism? What is Marxism? The government has total control and tells you what to do. Now, what the government does is make you into, it makes you into statistics. Yep, this guy makes $250,000 a year. He could afford this. He could afford that. Without knowing their circumstances, without knowing that maybe they're going through a tough time, just because they're making $250,000 a year doesn't mean they have more expenses. Do they count the expenses? They assume because the guy's making $200,000 a year that he's rich. Those greedy rich people, you know? But they're not, you know? And, you know, when he compares our Constitution to the doctrines of Nazism, when he hangs around and pals around with terrorists, and I know the liberals are going to go nuts right now, and they're going to comment on my page, oh, this radical roar, bleep, 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 this son of a bleep, bleep. I don't give a damn. That just shows the truth is the truth. And I'm just sick and tired of this. Sick and tired of them just spitting in our faces. To me, and this is also going to sound extreme, but, you know, political correctness just kills. It kills, and it's a terrible thing. To me, they don't give it's not about the economy. It's not about healthcare. It's not about cap and trade. They don't care. They don't give a damn. It's about, I'm not saying they hate America and they're purposely trying to, I don't think that's it. I don't think that. I know some, you know, conservatives say that. I don't agree. I just think when you're so corrupted by power, and you want power so much, all common sense just goes out the window. And that's it. I mean, people are going to call this video extreme. Oh, look at that right-wing fringe. You know what I mean? But the truth is the truth. And look at all these crazy taxes. When you have all these taxes on small business owners and all these, you know, investors and people, you know, me and you, do you think we're going to want to spend money? Do you think businesses are going to want to hire? The last time I checked, you don't get hired by a poor person. Now, I'm not saying that people who are truly destitute shouldn't get some help from the government. I think that there should be certain help from the government. Limited. But only within the limits and the powers of the Constitution of the United States of America. And that's it. And to me, I saw these. I saw Ric Edelman here on YouTube in the video, and I heard all these taxes, and I downloaded the new taxes that he talked about. And to me, this just shows that they're just so out of touch. They don't care. They just say, you know, once Americans get to know this bill, they'll like it. Now they don't know what they're talking about. They're stupid. They're just, you know, they're just Republicans and conservatives. They're just fear-mongering. They're a bunch of tea-bagging rednecks. But the facts are facts. He took it straight from the healthcare bill. This guy knocks both Glenn Beck and liberals. Okay? So look, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And this is the first real video with extensive content and substance. And I read straight from Ric Edelman's website. And as I explained to you, he's a #1 with Barron's. He's one of the most respected financial experts in this country. And he's no right-wing extremist, like Janet Napolitano wants to characterize us as. Anyway, guys, I really, truly hope you enjoyed this video, and liberals, I hope you hated the video. It's supposed to make you think. We're supposed to be having this debate. This is America. It's a free country, and regardless of your political preference, you have that right to disagree with me. And I want you to please comment. Like I noticed a couple of guys have commented disagreeing with me. I love it. It's great. I respect their opinions. I respect their, you know, I appreciate them. Here listening to me. That's what this country is all about. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna hopefully gonna do Let's Play sooner or later. Excuse me. I just gotta figure out how to get the Dazzle, and I'll start recording Let's Plays. Anyways, take care, guys. Bye.